What's up, guys? Exhaust power. I'm going to try to figure out my ABS issue. I bought the scan tool from launch, CRP 429C, and yeah, it's super cold out. 0 degrees right now out here in PA, but I'm going to cut back and we'll try to live data the ABS. But I'm going to wait till the vehicle warms up a little bit. I actually had to let it charge for a while. I put it back inside the house and I plugged it in because it came with 0% battery life, so I hope that's not an issue in the future. Anything electronic shouldn't arrive with 0 battery life. It should be somewhat charged. I don't know if the battery was completely dead or not, but that could be an issue with batteries. Running it really low can damage a battery. So it's warmer, 22 degrees up from 0. That's in Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into the system. So I got the ABS codes in here. Well, let's go into the transmission side, and you see that the vehicle speed sensor and the ABS, that's all correlated to the ABS sensor. I'm going to close that out and I'm going to go to the brake side, traction control side, and it's showing that at the right rear wheel there's a fault there, and the rear left wheel there's a fault there. I'm not sure if that was always a code, because I think 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago, I was back there wiggling the wires, and it did start to throw another code, just the way how the information system was telling me that there was more of an issue with the ABS, because before it would just only throw the ABS light and the ABS would still be trying to work, which was very annoying because it would cause the transmission to I believe loosen the torque converter and stop me from applying throttle. So once I wiggled the wires, not only did the ABS light come up, but the brake light came up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and back out of the report, and what I want to get into is I want to do a live data on the wheel sensors. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Actually, I'm gonna go through this section. I tried to go through the OBD2 section and it wouldn't let me pick anything that's in the transmission or the brake system. It would only let me go through something through the engine side. So I'm going to manually input the manufacturer and make, model, whatever they want me to do. I guess that's all you gotta put in as a manufacturer. I'm gonna do a system selection. Go to the ABS side. And I'm going to read data stream, then manual select, because I only want to choose a certain sensor. So we got front, right, front, left, wheel speed sensor, then there should be a right rear. Okay. Then I'm going to hit OK. Alright, and it's showing that we're not really moving. And I'm going to go ahead and start driving. Hopefully I'll be able to catch it on video while I'm moving around. I gotta maybe move this to a spot. Okay. It's hard to tell what's going on. It seems like the rear left one is kind of a bit erratic. and it's hard to tell right now. I think if I go up to faster speeds, I'll be able to see. So yeah, you can see that right rear just jumped down to 16, and I think that's the issue. I think that there's like a slight anomaly in the sensor there where it's shorting out, just not reading correctly for that split second. But that's what my information system is telling me. It's blurry, sorry. But yeah, I already bought the rear sensors because I figured that it was a rear. The rear sensors on a 4-cylinder all-wheel drive Outlander 2008, or I should say the 3rd generation. I think even the 4th generation has the same style hub, which seems to be problematic, to me at least, from the way how the hub looks. I'll have to talk about that hub in detail in a different video. But I'm going to drive around a little bit and see exactly what the sensors are doing. But this is the reason why I bought the scan tool. I wanted to get the live data there so I can see exactly how the sensor is acting. Because yeah, your ECU or your computer could tell you one thing, but it's only looking for certain results. So it's always good to see the actual data to see what's going on. So that was a success. I also did record, because there's a record button down there. I actually did record just to look at it in further detail. But the left rear and the right rear are bad. The codes did tell me that they were bad. But we've seen that with our own eyes. It read similar to the fronts, but every once in a while you'll see it drop down. And this is the exact reason that I needed like a live data tool like this. I've also had a bad wheel sensor in the past, quote unquote. It wasn't actually the sensor that was bad. It was a hub. And it was I think it was the right rear or the left rear, and I bought that into my brother's job, and he put it on the lift, and he just rotated each wheel. That one was easy to figure out because the one sensor wasn't reading at all. But when you have an issue like this, when it's kind of like an intermittent, sometimes you need the live data just so you're changing the right sensor. Because the car's computer isn't gonna, it has its default, to figuring things out. For example, like let's talk about an engine like an O2 sensor. You could get an O2 sensor code just from a bad MAF sensor. Because a MAF sensor determines the fuel mixture. So if you get bad fuel mixture, you'll throw the O2 off. So that's one of those things where the computer may tell you that something is a problem and it not actually being a problem, but there's something else in the line that's causing the issue. So this is the reason why I needed a scan tool like this, and hopefully it helps others out who are in the same boat. This scan tool, I bought it straight from Launch website. I bought it for $250. I think $10 shipping extra, so $260. It does come from China, which I didn't know at the time. My brother was like, "Oh, get a Launch," so I was like, "Okay." There's so many scan tools in the market. It's tough to even find which manufacturer you want to start with, and once you find that manufacturer, it's hard to even find which scan tool you want, because there's just so many scan tools under each manufacturer. So this one is pretty cool. It'll do live data on I think the 4 main components, so engine, transmission, brake, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but I bought it for my ABS. It also can reset electronic parking brake, so that'll be good because the wife has a Forester at 21, and it also can bleed the ABS system, so that'll be good as well because I got to do that on my mom's Suburban. And yeah, hopefully you guys found this information useful, and hopefully you have a good day.